welcome back to our podcast series on emotional management for migrant women. In today's episode, we're diving into a hands on activity focused on the essence and importance of supervision, particularly in the context of social work. I'm Sibel, your host from Puhu Research Turkey, and I'm excited to guide you through this insightful activity. To begin, we'll start by understanding the background and objectives of this activity. The essence of supervision derives from its etymology, a fusion of the Latin word super, indicating above or over, and videre, translating to see or to look. This etymological origin underscores the role of a professional who listens and reflects, especially vital for employees with minimal training or recent graduates in social fields. Supervision surpasses mere oversight. It entails understanding and tailored guidance for individuals navigating the intricacies of their professional's journey.
We know that social workers acknowledge their techniques as coaching methods. In this context, how is supervision of coaching techniques positioned within the field of social work?
The formalization of supervision of coaching techniques is an essential process providing crucial professional support. It acts as a catalyst for coaches' continual evolution, ensuring the efficacy of their practices through dynamic elements like interactive reflection, interpretive evaluation, and collaborative expertise exchange. This approach not only focuses on the coach, but also emphasizes the interplay between their personal growth and the overall effectiveness of their coaching endeavors.
Considering that coaching supervision has a collaborative nature and it is described as a synergistic process fostering reflective practice among coaches and supervisors, what is the overarching goal in the end?
The overarching goal is continuous improvement and professional development, safeguarding client well being and fortifying professional identity. This holistic approach recognizes the interconnected web between supervisors and their client work, aiming to bring enduring value to all stakeholders in the professional sphere. In essence, supervision, whether in organizational contexts or coaching realms, embodies a multifaceted commitment to mentorship, growth, and the pursuit of excellence in professional practice. Effective decision making is bolstered through supervision, encouraging critical reflection rooted in self-awareness and acknowledging how personal factors shape thinking, aiding in overcoming potential challenges when faced with difficult issues.
We may proceed with the activity and theory behind it.
I will briefly introduce Cole's reflective cycle, providing illustrative questions across its four phases to guide the resolution of dilemmas within a supervisory context. The activity aims to achieve several key objectives. Firstly, it seeks to raise awareness about the concept of supervision, highlighting its importance and relevance in professional settings. Secondly, the activity emphasizes the critical need for help and support, particularly targeted towards the identified group. Thirdly, it intends to present and differentiate between one-on-one and group formats of supervision, showcasing the benefits and nuances of each approach. Lastly, the activity aims to promote the formation and utilization of supervised support groups, recognizing the value of collaborative learning and mutual support within such structured environments. Overall, these objectives collectively contribute to fostering a culture of continuous learning, professional growth, and effective support mechanisms within the target group.
What is the target group of this activity and what outcomes do you expect from this activity?
Our target group for this activity includes professionals such as social workers, humanitarian aid workers, public health specialists, NGO workers, teachers, mental health workers, translators, and more. Upon completing this training activity, individuals are anticipated to achieve specific learning outcomes. Firstly, they are expected to develop a deep understanding of the significance and pivotal role that supervision plays in professional contexts, appreciating its multifaceted nature and varied implications. Secondly, participants will gain the ability to discern and differentiate between the distinct needs and benefits associated one-to-one and group supervision formats. This enhanced discernment will empower them to make informed decisions regarding the most appropriate and effective supervision approach based on the specific context and requirements of their professional engagements. Overall, these learning outcomes aim to equip participants with valuable insights and skills that contribute to their professional development and efficacy in utilizing supervision effectively.
Now, let's move on to the description and procedure of the activity.
Our activity is named Ethical Dilemma and can be conducted both online and on site. You'll need one trainer or a co trainer, groups of 3 to 4 participants, notepads, pens, and presentation materials. You can access the description and step-by-step guide for the activity on our project website under the Theoretical Modules and Exercises section, specifically under the Listening and Empathy button. Begin the activity with a warm introduction and welcoming procedure to create a comfortable atmosphere. Since the activity is a part of the MV project, consider providing trainees with a presentation about the project to give them context. Afterward, outline the flow of the activity for the trainees to understand what to expect. Before starting the activity, it's crucial to establish a session agreement that outlines guidelines for respectful and productive engagement. These guidelines cover aspects such as active participation, confidentiality, open-mindedness, timely attendance, appropriate technology use, active listening, and following facilitator guidance, ensuring a smooth and collaborative session that fosters trust and safety. You can then ask participants to introduce themselves and inquire about their expectations from participating in the activity to ensure everyone's needs are addressed. We highly recommend starting with a warm up activity to gauge participants' perspectives and listening, since words can carry varied meanings. To ensure everyone is aligned, ask participants to share the first 3 things that come to mind when thinking about supervision. If you are familiar with digital tools like Menti.com, you can create a word cloud to visually represent the collected responses, providing a clearer insight into participants' understanding of listening. In stage 1 of the activity, participants are grouped into 4 to 5 members with a mix of supervisors and social workers assigned within each group for role play. The designated social workers are privately informed about specific situations or cases that they will share with their supervisors and the rest of the group. This sharing is structured to facilitate discussions and learning experiences. Moving to stage 2, the focus shifts to experiential learning and reflection. Supervisors ask a series of questions to social workers. What beliefs did you have about this kind of situation? What ethics and values did this situation fit with? What ethics and values did this situation contradict? What other experiences in your life does this remind you of? How did you feel about the other people? How did you impact the situation? The group observes this interaction, paying attention to both predefined and improvised questions that deepen the understanding of the roles and their effects. Lastly, stage 3 involves analysis, planning, and action. Supervisors continue asking questions related to understanding other perspectives, evidence based decision making, considering alternative actions, and identifying necessary support. What did you think was going on for the other people? What did you know from evidence about this kind of situation? What might another worker do? What additional information do you need? What else do you consider? What do you know? What support do you need? The group engaged in discussion around the effectiveness of the questions, their impact on social workers' thought processes, and strategies for future scenarios. Overall, these stages from a structured process of experiential learning, reflective practice, and the collaborative analysis, contributing to participants' professional growth and skills development in handling complex situations in their roles. In the final stages of the activity, the participants engage in an open discussion. The group gathered together to discuss the entire procedure, including the predefined and improvised questions, and reflect on their effects on the social workers. This open discussion allows for sharing insights, experiences, and observations, fostering a deeper understanding of the role play scenarios and the learning process. Following the open discussion, the activity concludes with an evaluation segment. Participants are prompted to provide their input by answering the following question. What are the new 3 things that you would associate with supervision? This evaluation step encourages participants to reflect on their learning and identify key takeaways or insights gained from the activity. Their responses contribute to assigning the effectiveness of the activity in meeting its learning objectives and provide valuable feedback for future improvements and iterations of similar learning activities.
And then wraps up another insightful episode for emotional management for migrant women. We hope you found our exploration into the essence and importance of supervision in social work enriching and practical. Remember, supervision is not about oversight, it's a dynamic process of growth, reflection, and continuous improvement.
Indeed, Umay, the hands-on activity we discussed today, Ethical Dilemma, offers a structured approach to understanding supervision nuances and its role in professional development. We encourage you to explore the detailed activity and resources available on our project website for a deeper dive into the activity.
Before we sign off, we would like to express our gratitude to all the participants, trainers, and listeners who make this podcast series possible. Your engagement and dedication to learning and growth inspire us every day.
Absolutely. And remember, the journey of self improvement and effective professional practice is ongoing. We look forward to bringing you more insightful discussions and activities in our upcoming episodes. Until then, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep striving for excellence in all that you do.
Thank you for tuning in to Emotional Management for Migrant Women.